Hey, you ever try to make a trap beat like... Well, what if I told you there's a simple trick you can apply to your guitar melodies right now that will 100% make them sound better? For those who just want an answer right away, the trick is triplet melodies. For those who want to learn how to use this trick, let me show you. Right now you're seeing Wait For You's guitar melody. First thing you should know about it is that this progression uses a 4-7-5 progression on a major scale. Starting at 4 is a good way to get this chill, kind of melancholic sound Wait For You has. Like, you know, a 4 chord is a chord that has its root or first note in the 4th degree of the scale, with its other notes on the 6 and 8 on the scale. Along with the chords comes the triplet melody, and this melody or way to arpeggiate the notes of the chords is what really sells the guitar in my opinion. Using a 3-note grid where usually you would expect to hear 4 notes is really common in guitar melodies. We've seen triplets using guitar melodies before on this channel in beats from Roddy Ricch, J. Cole, Polo G, among others. They work so well on guitar beats because that is the way guitar players tend to play their notes in real life. So it's not only adding rhythmic value, but also realism. Okay, so now you know why this works. But how do you even apply this? Well, first start with a simple chord progression. As you should know by now, common guitar chords tend to use the 4 and 5 chords a lot. So I use them in the simple 1-4-6-5 progression on a minor scale. I always try to put the 5 in the end when I start on a 1 chord, because otherwise it ends up sounding a bit weird. All of the sounds I use in this melody will come from the mandolin preset on Labs, which is a free plugin by the way. Now, the transition from chord to chord doesn't sound terrible, but once we are arpeggiating this, they will get much worse. So to prevent that, simply move your octaves around so your chord transitions sound smoother. In this case, I'm going to bring this note an octave down. Now that you have that, here comes the trick. So pay attention. Change your grid from line to 1/3 beat grid. And now arpeggiate your notes in the following order: 5th, 3rd, root, 5th, 3rd, root. Now that sounds better, but still needs some adjustments. So referencing on your scale notes, move some notes around until you find a progression that sounds a bit more interesting. I have no specific rules for you here, so you'll have to do this just by ear. This is what I came up with. And to add a bit of movement to that, I added some top notes that follow our rule of non-dissonant, dissonant, and non-dissonant, always referencing back to our interval tree. Lastly, to make your guitar progression sound as trap ready as possible, you're gonna add these two things. 1. A tremolo that follows a similar progression as your simple top melody from before. And 2. A faster pitched up version of the triplet chords. And with that and a bit of mixing, your melody should be about ready. And after you finish making the beat, it should sound somewhat like this. Now you know how to make guitar chords, but if you want to know more about how to use our interval tree for guitar top melodies, click on this video right here. And if you want to learn all the music theory I know, the link in the description will take you straight to my ebook where I explain everything you need to know in the simplest way possible. Anyway, that's it. See you next week.